So I'm here with Gavin from Ohio, who has had a lot of success here recently with the prop farming blueprint. So, Gavin, thanks for joining. And would
Mhm.
you start just maybe give the background? Like, how did you get into trading in the first place? What were you doing before?
Yeah, so the trading was kind of like, well, from a foundation perspective, like I didn't grow up with like a lot of money and like, single mom and all that stuff. So like hard background and money was an issue. So like me, when I was like around like 15, 16, I was just looking into different business models and like, I wanted to start my own business to create an income. And in high school, I knew I didn't want to go to college. Like the stuff I was learning in school and all that just didn't seem appealing. And I didn't want to work for a salary. I wanted something where I could like put my own effort in, like my own work, and my money be reciprocated. So trading was one of those things I came across. I tried drop shipping. I've tried affiliate marketing. I've tried a social media marketing agency, all that stuff. And like when I was manually trading, like it felt like a video game. It's like, okay, guess where the price is going to go. It's like, and I play a lot of video games. So it's like, it was fun. And it was something where I don't need to be sort of outgoing or like a salesperson where you need to, have good communication and like try to sell someone or something like that. It was just purely be at my desk, focus, and study, a lot of technical analysis, all that stuff. So it really was a money issue, and also like me not wanting to go to like college or like get a salary job. And I saw the potential in trading. Like I had my first $1,000 account, and I blew that. That was my yeah, that kind of sucked. That did not feel good. But like my first trade, like I made $100 on $1,000 account. I'm like, wow, this has a lot of potential. So I don't know. I saw a lot of potential in trading and stuck with it. Suited my personality the best. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what first got you into trading. And then, I mean, you blew the $1,000 account. I can totally
Yeah.
relate.
Yeah.
First
The
when you
first,
started.
it
Yeah.
was options. I was like when I first
Okay.
got into, yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
so when did you start trading with prop firms? Was that when you saw our company, or was that before you started trying with prop firms?
I started trading with prop firms like a year ago, and I did not know anything about them. Like I thought they were a scam. I was like, no, how am I supposed to get $100,000 in capital off of this little investment? Like I thought it was just not real. But I realized like the way trading was going when I had very little money, I was like, how am I supposed to turn this into a lot? So
Yeah.
I was being more open minded to proposition firms, and seeing the potential and like researching them and understanding they were real and like people were actually getting payouts, it kind of like lit up in me. And that's how I got into the space. It was, yeah, just like it was like a year ago, and I was failing a lot. Like I failed like 20 challenges. Like I was strategy hopping, I was just not sticking to my plan. It came down to psychology, and that's kind of where I found you guys. So I started looking into EAs and algorithms. So I'm like, if I realized it was a psychology issue. So if I can just take my emotions out of it, then like I would be profitable, And that's how I got into EAs. And then I came across you guys. I don't know if it was like an ad or a YouTube video or what, but that's
Yeah.
how I got to the sort of algorithm area.
Okay. And I guess what made sense to you is that, hey, I could automate this. It gets rid of
Yeah.
my emotional decision
Emotions.
making.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what it was. It was psychology.
Okay, gotcha. And so tell me about your journey with us. So I get you failed 20 challenges. You're like, okay, algorithmic trading makes sense. You sign
Yeah.
up, and then what was that like? Tell me about the journey.
Oof. It started off rough because it was before the Hedge Bot. The Hedge Bot is a complete game changer, and I think everyone should be using it for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money to actually get into Blue Edge. Like I was broke, and I got a job and worked my way up to that to be able to get in for a couple months. Dumped all my money into getting in, and then I took my paycheck every week to buy 100K challenges, and I was like failing over and over and over, but like I saw the potential in this product, and I had that sort of long-term mindset, even though it was very like it was very discouraging. Like, I am lucky to have like where I am right now. Like I don't pay any bills or anything, and I, have a place to live and all that stuff, and I have food and all that. So I'm able to like take the money I make from my job and invest into this. But it was slow. But I had my first funded account with I think it was Effexify. Yeah, it was Effexify, and I got a like hit 4% on it, and then I got what I think it's 3,200. And
Yep.
I really, dude, I literally like started crying because like I've never seen that money in my life, and I'm like, holy crap, this is real. Right after that, I instantly knew like I'm gonna go into this pretty like going right into it, invested everything back into challenges and all that, and it went from there. But I still had those like those droughts where I was just losing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when the Hedge Bot came out, did you change your approach, or like what did that do for you?
So when the hedge bot came out, I realized like, okay, now the risk is off the table. It doesn't matter if I pass or fail. So I started looking into like fast passing strategies, kind of like coin flip, like 50% win rate, a week into it, like a week pass or fail. And I was being really aggressive with strategies. And this is when I started getting funded like really quickly, was just being really aggressive. And that only happened when I started getting consistent payouts from, it was actually Effexify, like that my first account, which I lost recently. I made like 14% on it, just going hitting 2%. Yeah, every 2 weeks.
Nice.
And I was taking that money and spreading it across like just a ton of different firms and just hedging, but using like a fast passing strategy kind of. I would my approach was I would hedge phase one with like a relatively fast strategy, and then I would do something conservative for phase two, like the ones we have now, like the 2% EP, TP, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then to like kind of like not guarantee the funded, but just have a better chance of getting the funded. And 5% is relatively, it's quicker than 8 or 10%.
Sure.
The hedge bot, the reason why it's so good is because it takes off the other like well, first of all, it takes off the risk factor, and it removes that other psychological aspect of trading, like, oh, I could potentially lose money, but now you're not losing money, like that's like you can instantly become like a profitable trader in such a little amount of time. Traders work or learn this skill for like years on ends, and they get it 5 years in, 3 years in, realizing it's a psychology thing, and this thing just takes it all away, and you're instantly a profitable trader. It's like the hedge bot's a game changer.
Yeah, totally. So when you started getting payouts regularly, and that's when you went for these fast passing strategies. You saw that,
Yeah,
okay, my downside risk is very limited,
yeah,
and so you started taking more challenges. And then I can't remember. I think you said you passed more than $1 million worth of challenges, or
yeah. So when I talked to you, it
what was
was
like
one
kind of the
point.
height of the success so far? Obviously, you're still going, but
Um, like my overall, so it's in a couple. Hold on, it's like 6 days or something, or like no, like 4 days. It'll be a year. I've been in Blue Edge, and overall, I've actually gotten funded recently, like yesterday, and then I have another account that's about to get funded. That's like 300K. I'm probably like in the 2 million of what I've gotten funded. My
wow,
main issue is keeping the funded accounts. Like my FXFi account was my best account, like running for 2%. So like right now I'm currently like I can pass challenges easily. Like that's not my problem. Like I have a good approach with getting funded. I just need to work on like keeping funded accounts. So I've been back testing a lot, trying to find those sort of conservative strategies. I'm even testing like going for lower TPs than 2%.
gotcha.
But yeah,
Okay.
I've the funding is not hard to get for me. It's just kind of keeping that funded account.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So wow, I mean that's pretty impressive. You've gotten $2 million worth of funded accounts, and I guess like what's your goal? Like what is it that is the next step for Gavin? Like what is it that you see as like kind of the plan?
Okay, yeah. The goal is to take this as far as I can. To be honest, like I'm testing. I really like the overhedging, and I've been testing it this week. I have but I'm like doing my own approach. I'm actually trying one-step accounts, and
Yep.
it's kind of weird because they have the inverse profit to drawdown ratio. But I have a strategy that's like on average 3 days, and I have it catered to the one-step challenges. So it's like a 6% drawdown, a 10% TP, and all that. And I've figured out the math where how much money I need in the hedge account to be able to make up for that like 4% discrepancy between the stop loss and the take profit. And this week I ran like 4 different one step accounts on different prop firms, and I've so far this week I'm $1,000 in profit. And I realized the power in the overhedging. The overhedging is definitely a game changer. Like to be able to make money when you lose and potentially like make consistent profits on a funded account. It's just like this can't be a better risk to reward model. Like it's pretty crazy.
Totally, totally. Yeah, we're all super excited about the overhedging concept and some of the developments that we're making with the hedge bot, where it'll even get more accurate. And like, there's a lot of great things that are coming out with the hedge bot that is going to take the already positive results that you're getting with hedging and overhedging
Yeah.
and make it even better. So
Yeah, I'm excited for that. The
yeah,
team is awesome, and especially this recent update. Like it was a pretty big update with the new Titan. Like you guys are on it. This group is just yeah, it's amazing community, and then the team you have behind the product is it's incredible. And I didn't really answer your question about like where I want this. Like I
yeah,
want to have my license keys maxed out, and I'm testing a lot of different unlisted prop firms. Like I'm just being really risky with my money, which I'm okay with. Like that's my, I'm perfectly fine with that. I want to have max allocation on all my license keys on like with each different prop firm. That's the goal is to see how far I can take this.
yeah. That's awesome.
That's the main goal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And so what's your advice to maybe other traders that were like you that, are getting into they see, hey, I see I could potentially click a button, I could maybe make money or lose money, right?
Yeah.
And like they're sold on that, but they're still kind of going through trying to figure their edge. What's your advice to those people?
Dude, like I've gone through like the worst possible mental state while trading. Like I've told my family members about it. No one believed in me. Everyone thought I would fail. Like everyone knows the probabilities about trading. 90% of traders fail. But something like in me just did not want to give up. Like it's if you really believe that you can be a profitable trader and you really want it, you just do not give up and consistently work at it. Don't let the lows try to like make you quit. Like I've always went back to it or have stayed consistent with trading. And I think if you constantly work on your edge and continually improve like 1% a day, then you will get to that profitability point.
For sure.
It's kind of corny, but it's just don't give up, bro. It's like
Well, I know it's like the most powerful things in life are so simple that we like overlook it, right?
yeah, yeah,
It's like, yeah, just don't. The only way to fail is to quit and just don't quit and just keep getting better and
yeah,
trying new stuff until you
yeah,
figure it out,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I think
So
the statistic, the reason why like 90% of traders fail is because like a large proportion of them try out trading and they quit in like the first like month or something or like
yeah,
3 months. It's those long term people that stick with it that become profitable. And when you are profitable, then it can be a very lucrative hobby or job or career or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Awesome. And what is your, I guess, advice to maybe people that signed up for Blue Edge Financial, but they haven't made it work yet, or they haven't figured it out, or saw the light at the end of the tunnel like you had? What is your advice to those people?
They need to like I don't know what they do. I don't know if they use white glove service or I don't know if they are it's just like you need to like with anything to get better at it, you need to spend time learning it and learning the ins and outs of it. That's what I did. Like I was spending, 8 hour days like learning all the material, watching all the AMAs, getting as much knowledge as I can so I have the best probability of, passing these challenges, learning the best approach, thinking about the probabilities and all that, and really just understanding what you're doing. Understanding how to use MT5, understanding the Heron copier, all these little things, spending time, failing so you can learn from them and you kind of become resilient and you learn how to, you handle things on your own when it comes to failing something. There's so much information in this Discord and you really can learn anything you want. And if you have the time to do it, I don't think there should be any excuse for not being successful. Yeah, it might be hard, especially with the people that don't have the money to be able to like take multiple like a lot of challenges. I think that's something that allows me to get funded really quickly is taking a lot of challenges. Like I have right now currently I have like 10 challenges running right now. But
Yeah,
like yeah, it's like it's you have to realize it's a probabilities game. So like the more you are running these probabilities, the more you're going to be getting funded. You're weeding out the failures, and you're hitting those funded accounts quicker. It's a numbers game, and people have to realize that. And it's just continually, if you're taking one account a month, you're not, and you fail that, then it's going to be pretty slow. But if you're taking like 4, 5, 6, then you'll get results. You'll get results quicker.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of understanding probabilities and sticking with it, and
Exactly.
investing time into this and learning how to do it and being efficient.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
And in terms of like Blue Edge, I mean, would you recommend Blue Edge to other people? And if so, like what sort of people would you recommend it to?
I would definitely recommend Blue Edge to other people. And the type of people are the people that are driven, that actually, and have that sort of long-term thinking, where it's like, I might not be profitable this first month or the second month, but like the light at the end of the tunnel is there. And I know there is success in this, and there is the chance where I could be making consistent money off of this. And it's the people that are driven and not willing to give up. Those are the people that, and the people that want another income source that is relatively passive. Like, yeah, I say I have 10 challenges going and it sounds like a lot, but I'm really not managing them that much. You set it up and you let it do its thing. It's relatively passive. So those people that want another income source, that are driven and willing to learn, and I think those are the people that, this would be a good product for them.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else you'd like to tell people that about your story or about your experience? And maybe this is somebody on YouTube or social media that may be seeing this, or on our website. Anything else you'd like to include?
I just want to go back to the not giving up thing. Like,
Yeah.
it really is such a simple concept, but it's true. Like, when even if like everyone's just against what you're doing, if you know the probabilities of what you're doing and you understand there is a chance, like why give up? Be that, be that 1% that stays with it. It's that simple. Like, just put the work in and prove everyone wrong. Like, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. That's all I gotta say.
Awesome, man.